our little paradox brought forth a freaking Kugelblitz.
What the hell is a Kugelblitz?
Essentially, we're screwed.
Allison and Victor have always been so close. What was it like changing that vibe this year?
Victor and Allison have always been on the same page and in the same corner for the most part, and have been really, really close. But it was so exciting as an actor to kind of dive into a different dynamic between these two characters. Elliot and I are really, really close friends in real life. And so it was really hard to go to work and pretend like I hated him for 6 months. But, I think we found a great balance of making it as real and grounded and, authentic as possible. And we kind of saw such opposite sides of that relationship in the same season. We kind of have this really intimate, private moment between the two of them where Victor explains the journey that he's going on with Allison and kind of lets her into where he is and what he wants and what he's exploring for himself. And then, a couple episodes later, they paid each other. And so, the pendulum swing was so extreme, but it made for really fun days at work and hopefully really good TV.
Do you think that relationship can be repaired at all if we get into season 4?
I think we see some magic dust of that at the very end when Allison asks Victor, "Do you trust me?" And he kind of powers himself down. So I think it will always be love there somewhere underneath all of the, shenanigans that are afoot. I can't tell what's more fun to play, them not liking each other or them, kind of trying to get back to being, on the same page again. With this show, the world is our oyster. We can literally do whatever we want. So that's what's so exciting.
This is the Umbrella Academy.
This is the Sparrow Academy.
So we left the Umbrella Academy in a super weird spot. Can you talk about the decision to leave them without their powers?
I can only say I have a pretty good idea what the 4th season is. It hasn't been picked up yet, but I know where I want to go with it. I think one of the themes will be, are we better off without the powers? I mean, in some ways, this is a gift Reggie's given to them because he was the one who programmed the machine. He didn't hit the reset button, Allison did, but in many ways, I think Reggie thinks, look, you complained about your powers your whole life. Now you're normal, quote unquote. Stop your bitching and get on with your lives. But is it like missing an appendage to lose your power? And I think that's a fun place to go next year.
Obviously, you can't spoil anything for next season, but pie in the sky, hopes and dreams. Where overall do you hope to go in season 4 if you get picked up?
I will only say this. I think obviously there's a way they're going to get their powers back because they need their powers. I think we want to dig deeper into some of the unanswered questions within the graphic novel. There are some big story points, and I don't want to say them out loud, that the fans are crazy to know the answers of. We're going to do that next year. We're going to come full circle with some things that the fans are like, please just tell us the answer to this. That's what next year is going to be about, is kind of really coming to the end of certain things.
They're all dickheads. Dickheads who can fight.
Next person to say dickhead is getting a punch to the throat.
Dickhead.
You guys get your own frenemy side quest this year. What is your favorite part of building Five and Lila's relationship?
That's really nice. It was really nice to start off hating each other with a fight that, a fight to the death.
Fiery hatred, yes.
And it was, although it was very hard, being able to build a friendship through that.
There's this moment where we're in the hallway and I go, oh, I hate that smile. And so much of how I see the relationship between those two characters, I feel is encapsulated in that line. Not so much what the words are saying, but just how I only read that as one delivery. Sometimes I see in my head 4 different ways you could do a scene, but that to me, it's always gonna be that way, and that's always the way these two characters are gonna sort of interact by nature of who they are.
Lila hates Five for killing her parents, but then he's also, saying your mother abused you.
I was
She
trying to make
using
pension.
you.
I had no choice.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
No, it's
Relationship status complicated.
Yeah, relationships in this show. That's like, yeah, the Facebook status for all of us is like it's very complex. You gotta go back 2 seasons.
If I kill you, do we get our Ben back?
What the hell did you just say?
Justin, you've gotten a different version of Ben basically every season.
I have.
Where do you hope to take powerless Ben in season 4 should you get the renewal?
I mean, you were in the subway, so where were you going?
I wish I knew. We're not told anything. You know, I would like to see him come to terms with the Jennifer incident, which has been teased throughout season 3, and to find out more about what that is and was. I'd also like to see him try to enmesh himself in the Umbrella family, you know, in a new, different way. I mean, he's now part of the family, but what does that mean in terms of his relationships to each of the family members?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we embrace you. Do you embrace us?
Yeah.
No, that's probably why you're in Korea on the train.
Running away.
Yeah.
Running away.
We're like looking at
running away as far as I could. It's like, hey,
And David, what about Diego's domestic bliss?
Oh, because he has no powers?
Maybe.
Man, I hope he goes to like Mexico for like just like, you know, that's where he goes and like just
honeymoon?
tries to go like and discover a little bit more about like his culture and stuff. And maybe he goes and looks for Stan in Germany back in the 80s or something.
Is Lila pregnant still?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe baby's already born.
Oh, like when we pick up?
Yeah.
Pick up? Oh, interesting.
So, if you ever see your other self,
Kill them. Sleep with them.
avoid them.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, come on. As if you wouldn't climb Luther Mountain.
So both of you will have pretty significant character changes in the coming season should you guys get renewed. Tom, are you excited to not have to wear the bodysuit anymore?
I guess I am excited. Yeah, I think
That'll be a load off.
it will. I mean, going to set, I mean, I always get called earlier as well because they're like, Tom, we've got to get the suit on you. And I've been trying to get that down and down and down, you know, all the time. But just the heat element, I think, will be nice to go on set. And also, I get to choose nice clothes. I don't have to have all these, like, have to be stitched in every season, you know, and have clothes made. Because a lot of the other cast members get to have really nice clothes from certain stores and stuff that they get to choose out. So I'm like Chris Hardigan, the costume designer. I'll be taking him shopping for sure.
And Robert, how's Klaus gonna handle his sudden mortality now that everything's stripped away?
It's a shame because I think the issue for him is that his immortality or the conquering of it had everything to do with the newfound self-respect. So now I think he feels fragile again. He feels like a little baby bird. Like a stiff breeze could knock him over. So I think now he has to sort of find himself in absence of that, you know?
More like their ringer.
It's a ballroom business.